My girlfriend has all these rules that make my life unbearable, and I think I'm going crazy following all of them. Now, I keep catching myself dreaming of possibly ruling her out of my life. My girlfriend, 30F, and I, 30M, have been together for 3 years. She is the best thing that ever happened to me, and I plan on marrying her. Lately, however, her rules, I call them rules, but they are more like obsessions, are driving me crazy. I know she is meticulous, I know she is particular, and I know she's a perfectionist, but I'm starting to think she has some kind of underlying OCD or something. Our house always has to be pristine, with everything in its right place. But when I get off work, I just want to relax and not care about the fact that I hung up my jacket on the wrong hook. If I try to help her with laundry, she gets frustrated because I hang up the wrong things at the wrong places. Apparently, shirts go in a certain place on the laundry line, and it's a disaster if they're too close to the socks. I'm not allowed to be barefoot outside, otherwise, I have to wash my feet before I can get back into the house. I'm allowed to put my feet on the couch if I have socks or slippers, but those same socks and slippers are not allowed on the bed. Sometimes I just want to get into bed without having to put on clean socks. If a pillow touches the floor too long, it has to be washed, but then the designated pillowcase for that particular set of sheets doesn't match, so the whole bed has to be stripped and changed. All our sheets and pillowcases are white and look exactly the same. She reminds me to pack my lunch for work every morning, which is nice and all, but she does it 4 times in a row. She tells me every morning and every night to wash and moisturize my face multiple times, and she makes me promise that I will remember to do it only because I passed out on the couch and forgot one time. I've told her that it bothers me when she does this. She told me that she can't help it because it just builds and builds in her mind over and over if she doesn't say anything. I'm not allowed to say goodbye to her in the mornings, only see you later because saying goodbye could curse one of us. I'm also not allowed to say drive safe. She is currently studying for her board exams, and she's already told me that I'm not allowed to say good luck because I will jinx her. She is extremely intelligent and graduated at the top of her class last year. I told her mom about how well she did and how proud I was of her. Later that night, she was bawling her eyes out. When I asked her what was wrong, she said that she knew I didn't mean anything by it, but if people are aware of how well she did, it means that she will do poorly in her board exams. Her mother told all her family, who then called to congratulate her, and I felt like the worst person in the world. I feel like things are just getting worse. For example, one of the clothes that we used to clean the house is missing. We had a huge argument about it because she was tearing down the whole house trying to find it. I helped her look for it but gave up after 5 minutes because it was after work and I was tired. She got angry at me and accused me of not caring about our things. I told her that I do care about our things, but it's just a cloth, and we can buy another one. It's just not worth the effort for me. She was freaking out, saying that it was difficult to find a cloth in that particular color, otherwise, they wouldn't match with the others. We have a whole set of clothes just for cleaning. I then said that it doesn't matter what color the clothes are, just that we have them, which made her really upset. It's been almost a month, and we haven't replaced the cloth yet because we can't find one in the very specific color she wants. The worst thing is that I really think it affects her health. We both love to cook and often do it together. We usually spend time together drawing up a meal plan for the week, but her rules have started to make the whole process unbearable. Meal planning takes hours. Every dish that we make has to have enough vegetables. Fine, that's great, but the vegetables have to be the right vegetables for the dish. Some things can't be eaten together because they don't fit together, according to her. If a meal doesn't have enough of the right vegetables, she gets incredibly anxious to the point that she's nauseous and then just won't eat. She also has this thing where food can't be wasted, and then I tell her it's fine, we can just have it for leftovers for lunch, but obviously lunch is also planned out, so she gets really stressed out and eats a small plate of vegetables while I make myself food. I know she's struggled with depression in the past and that she's on antidepressants, but this just feels like it's something more. No matter what I do to reassure her, I just feel like I'm making things worse. I've told her that she needs to see a therapist, but she told me she feels ashamed of these things and doesn't want to waste money on a therapist. I just don't know what to do anymore. Update 1. We had a talk last night, and she agreed to go to therapy. She said she is very reluctant to go to therapy because she fears that talking about this stuff will lead to bad things happening. She told me that many of these rules are distressing to her too, but she didn't really realize they had that much of an effect on her because she was still functioning normally. She also apologized for the fact that I feel like I can't relax and said it made her very sad and that she will do what she can to make sure I am comfortable and happy. We are also currently working on some strategies that will help ease some of the burden these rules have on me. We will be getting a coat hanger so that I don't instinctively hang my coat on the first hook I see but rather as I come in the door, which works out better for both of us. I also made dinner on my own last night since she had a study session until very late, and she was very grateful and happy. The meal didn't fit together perfectly, according to her, and there weren't enough vegetables, but I said that the meal fit together perfectly in my mind and that we could double up on vegetables at the next meal. She told me that by saying that, it actually made her feel a lot less stressed about it.